Hey guys, there you are, Slifer Maniac, and I'm going to introduce my Seto Kaiba Battle City deck profile for this day. Let's start up with the monsters. First of all, his most important monster in this arc, of course, that he won, or that he got as a gift from Ishizu Ishtar, the sister of Merrick Ishtar, was of course Obelisk the Tormentor. This was his boss monster during the Battle Cities, and which gave him the ability, of course, beside his other three always existing boss monsters, namely the three Blue Eyes White Dragons, to succeed in Battle City until the semi-finals, until of course the King of Games defeated him. Yeah, these were the very cards that he engaged in any battle to win the match against any opponent, of course. Then next up, Sword Master. I think you used that specific card in a battle against the PC at the very beginning of Battle City. He had a test deck which he fought against, and in that very test deck the three Blue Eyes White Dragons were included, but also the Swordmaster. Then Machine Soldier. I'm not sure where exactly he dropped that monster, in which game specifically, but I do know that he especially had this card in the Battle City finals, semi-finals, quarterfinals, something like that. At least to say in the Battle of the last 8 duelins. Yeah. Then Hyazon Ryu. That was a very card that he, I think, summoned together with the magic spell card, a Flute of Summoning Dragon. I'm not very certain, but I tend to conclude that it was in his first very match against this dual computer. But I'm also very certain that he called out this card in the games against the Masked Brothers, Loomis and Umbra, together with Yuki in the first duel, as he defeated them very easily. Then Dragon Seeker, that was also a card that he used, but in the second duel against Loomis and Umbra. It was a 2 against 2 double battle, of course, in which you see this card in his hand. Then of course 3 times Thunder Dragon. Now that was a combination he used very often in many battles, and not only in this type arc, but also in the others, like the Cyberspace and the Orichalcus arc, I think. I'm not sure, but I think also even in the World Championship arc, in the last one, before the Dawn of the Duel arc. Yeah. Ryu Kishin Power. Now this one is one of his weaker monsters, but he had it from the first Duelist Kingdom until I think one of the last arcs, and yeah, it was one of the staple monsters as to begin with very often. Sagi the Dark Clown. I think the only time that we saw this specific card was during the commencement of Battle City. I'm not sure, but I guess it was during the duels between him and the dual computer that he tested. Mystical Djinn of the Lamp. Now, together of course with the Ancient Lamp, these two cards were combined very often, not only during this type of era of Battle City, also as many others. Yeah, in this combination he mostly used to summon stronger cards, like of course the Blue Eyes White Dragon. And then this one, oh man, I also forgot about the English name of that specific card. Force Raider, of course, Force Raider. That was one of his more powerful 4-star cards, 1900 attack and 1200 defense. I'm sure that it was one of his strongest 4-star cards, without tribute. Then Punishment of Nightmare. This was one card that he, I think, engaged in a battle at the semi-finals of Battle City against Yugi. He summoned it to protect himself, but other than that, this card in the anime has also an effect, but I'm not quite confident which effect it had. I think it was something with decreasing the attack of an opponent's monster or something like that. I'm just speculating right now, so yeah, don't mind, never mind. So then Enraged Battle Ox. Now he had Battle Ox in the Battle City, but I'm not sure if he had in particular the effect monster, and I thought also that I might use a improved version of this card, so yeah, I put this one of course in the deck. Then this Ferial Imp. I have to process this one because I'm sure that he took that one in Battle City and he played it during his, I think, against a duel with Lomus and Umbra. I'm not quite sure about that. I'm maybe one of the finals as well, but yeah, never mind. I'm just guessing, but I'm sure that he had this one. That's what I wanted to say. Then X Head Cannon, Z Metal Tank, and Y Dragon Head. One of his very iconic and epic, at least after my stance, combination that he had. I love this one. I love this combination so much that I also put it on one of my decks. So you can combine those with one another, but also with another monster card, so it's quite useful. Then a Lord of D, of course. to protect as many dragons, but also to try to use the Flute of Summoning Dragon in combination to summon many other dragons with it. Yeah. Kai is a seahorse. Yeah, that was also a monster card that he